Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a spruce wood survival house. I have also designed the interior for you, but you'll have to wait until the end of the video to see it. No skipping. This is the amount of space required to make the build. We need a 13 by 27 block area as represented by the white concrete rectangle on the ground, which you are more than welcome to make if you do feel as though it will help you plan out your build. Here are all of the materials that we will need to make our house. Please do make sure that you have access to all those materials and enough of them as well. And now that we have all of our stuff, we can get started. So, step 1, ladies and gentlemen, work your way to the front left-hand corner of your grid. If you've made it, count to the right of the corner 1, 2, 3, and then inwards 1, 2, 3. We're going to start off by placing a row of 7 spruce wood going right on the ground. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're then going to extend backwards by 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We then want to take that 9th block, we want to extend across, and we want to extend forward. So we essentially just want to join all the way forward to the front of the build. I'd recommend filling this in with whatever flooring material you like. You can go with good old spruce wood planks like me, or if you want a contrast, perhaps go with birch or something nice and bright. The next part of this is rather simple as well. So what I want you to do is I want you to, on the left side of the build, I want you to place 5 rows of spruce planks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And why did I really press upon the left side? I mean literally the entire left side. That's why we want to extend every single one of the entire left side spruce woods upwards using 5 spruce wood planks, just like this. Then, to the right of what we've just made, on the front of the build, we want to place a bit of glass. We actually want to place 2 glass along the spruce wood, the exposed ones. 1, 2. We want to stick a spruce wood plank. We then want to stick a double door using dark oak wood doors. And then we want to have a row of 3, 1, 2, 3 spruce wood planks along the entire right side this time. So same concept, except of course a little bit shorter, and it's on the right, so just like this. Then, easy peasy, what we want to do is we want to extend the spruce planks across to the left, and I mean all of them. So this is actually going to make an interior floor for us. Nice and simple again. We have our ground floor, we have our second floor. We're really cracking on with this nicely. So we want to have something which should look like that, to which you can then extend this spruce plank upwards, and then you can place a bit of glass in here just to fill the void. So now that we've done that, we want to explore the next part of the build, which is going to be the overhang. It's going to appear on the right side of the build, ladies and gentlemen. And essentially what we've got to do is take this entire right side here and extend it to the right by 3. So 1, 2, 3, just like that. I've said it really quickly, but honestly that's all there is to it. You just extend it to the right by 3 rows, just as I'm doing now, just like this. Boom. Easy as that. So what we then want to do is we want to take that 3rd row, we want to extend it upwards by 2 rows itself. So that's going to be 1, and then that's going to be 2, and now we want to separate it. It's very, very easy actually. Where we have the vertical rows of spruce wood planks below us, they want to persist and continue upwards. So what that means is that you... oh, that looks stupid. What that means is that you end up with something that should look like this. Then you can just fill these crevices, I suppose we can call them crevices, these separations in using, that's a horrible word, crevice, fill these in using glass pane of any variety. We want the same on the back, by the way. It's also worth mentioning on the back we want the same thing. So we actually want the same split on the back, we want the same window where there is a window. However, the only difference being is we want a door here on the back as well. So that's going to be made a little differently. We're going to place spruce logs either side of where the entrance would be. We're going to have a set of spruce wood stairs extending upwards in between the spruce wood. We're going to destroy the spruce wood that are behind the stairs and replace them with planks. We're going to stick a double dark oak door here, and then later on this will become a little bit more, this will all join together nicely, we're going to place a couple of spruce fence left and right at the door. But beyond that, you actually, funnily enough, you want to extend the left and right sides of the door upwards, just like this, to mirror what we have on the front of the build. So it actually all works out rather nicely. It all comes full circle, or should I say full rectangle. So we just want to have something which should look like this, and it's not looking too bad right now, not looking too bad at all. If you like, you can also join the corners of the overhang on the front and the back. Is it here? Yes, it is. Down to the ground using spruce fence, so it looks as though it's being supported. It looks pretty cool this way, I think. You can even place some spruce fence along the front of the house as well. If you place it left and right of the main entrance and on the window just opposite the main entrance as well, then that will all join together rather nicely too a little bit later on. As we progress up through the build, there is... Now you see, this is an odd part of the build. We want to have a row behind this middle window. We want to have 2 rows of 3 spruce planks like this, right? Up and behind the middle window, if that makes sense. Like, I know it's a weird thing, but that's exactly what we want to have. You can join them together at the bottom, the 2 rows of spruce planks. We can place some glass pane in between them. We can stick spruce wood planks on top. Come on top of the 2 glass pane, just like this, right? Nice, easy. Okay. We want to place a bit of a roof because it actually helps in framing this a lot. The roof is actually kind of sideways on the build. The roof sits, awkwardly enough, it sits on top of the front of the house like this, right? You're going to want to leave those 2 blocks underneath the window, and above the window actually, alone. You want to leave those exposed. Now, we want to have a set of stairs here on the front, and equally so we want to have it on the back. So, usually, these would be kind of like extended outwards to create, a little bit of contrast and to create depth and such. But we want to have them placed like this, and then we want to place a row of spruce wood planks extending forwards and backwards like this, shrinking slowly until we create a pyramid shape. This shows us how to make the actual roof. So if that makes sense, we just want to place the dark oak stairs on the front and the back of the build like this. It kind of plans things out, and then we want to create the pyramid in between them. That will show us the gauge of the pyramid. It will show us how high it wants to be, where the spike is, and where it joins together at the top. So just like this, you want to overhang these stairs so that they overhang, and then you want to place upside down stairs underneath them. That's how the roof looks, easy peasy. The only thing that you're going to want to do, the only difficulty beyond this, if one can call it difficulty, is that you have to blend this roof into the little middle roof, because we've got this little window only on the front of the house, not on the back. Don't want to have it be completely symmetrical. It's a little bit boring sometimes if things are too symmetrical. So we simply want to blend the roof just like this, right? Just like this. And you can see how that would work. We want to have upside down dark oak stairs underneath the overhang, just like this. So here, here, and here. Here and here. Perfect. There you go. That's exactly how it is. And, well, we can continue on now. So if I come to the opposite side, then we can create the same spruce pyramid that we have over there. We can then add the, I don't know what to call it. I usually call these the guiding rows, because it really, it just shows you what you're supposed to do, right? Like, I call the outer part of the roof kind of like the guiding part, and then once you know where the roof has got to fit into, so like from this point, right, I think anybody can see where it has to go. It's just a case of extending it inward. So here it wants to extend in, here it's going to, there we go, perfect. And here wants to join here, and something that you might thank me for, that's the hard part of the roof done. We've got to do the upside down part as well, just on this side. It joins at an even number apex, which means we don't have to do anything fancy to the underneath of the 2 blocks at the top, so looking good there. All we got to do now is just join it together left and right at the back. I find that with most things in Minecraft, and this also applies to life. If you get the hardest part done first, then it's all easy from there. So that's the exact same philosophy that we apply here. What else do we want to do once the roof has been filled in? We want to add a row of dark oak wood slabs extending outwards from the edge of the roof on the front and the back. And what does that do? It creates depth. That's pretty much what we're doing. So what we got taken away from us from not having the roof overhang on the front like this with the stair, we regain by placing the slabs. You can see it's just much more pleasant to look at. So the next thing that we're going to be doing is we are going to place dark oak stairs all the way around the edge of the build. Now, it should hopefully be quite easy to see where they've got to go because we already have the fence in place. They simply go all the way around the top of the fence and also underneath the second story window, so rather easy for us to add. We also have to add, beyond this, we have to add a little porchway. So the porch, or I guess it's not exactly a porch, it's more like a walkway I suppose, but the entire point of it is it starts where the main entrance is here, and it's comprised mainly of a double row of spruce planks that extends forwards, left, and out of the back of the house, just like this. It kind of just extends and winds backwards, just like this. Nice and simple. So it also wants to overhang the back of the house by just 2 rows as well. You can flare it down at the end just using a couple of spruce wood stairs like this. Let me make sure that that's actually correct. And we're now going to come back to the front of the porch area, and I can show you how to decorate it because it's not that difficult, but I'd rather like start from here and then work our way around. So on the corner of the spruce planks that we placed on the front, I'm going to stick 2 spruce wood like this. Going to leave a gap of 2, 2 spruce wood, gap of 2, 2 spruce wood, gap of 2, 2 spruce wood. Extending backwards, gap of 2, 2 spruce wood, gap of 2, 2 spruce wood, gap of 2, spruce, 2 gap of 2, 2 spruce wood. It's a tongue twister. And then gap of 2, 2 spruce wood. Same thing can be done here as we come to the back. It can be opposite the stairs. Boom. There you go. It's as easy as that. So you can see that really sets us up for the framework of the actual porch. I'll call it a porch. It's a walkway. It's a porch. It's a warch, a porkway. I don't know. But we're going to be placing spruce trapdoors along the outside of the top of the spruce planks, except for where the main entrance is. We're going to have a double set of stairs, but then we're going to work our way around and we're going to place spruce trapdoors hanging off of the inside parts of the porch. So just like this until we get to the back here. What we're going to be doing after that? Well, we're going to be adding the fence. Unless you crouch when you try and place the fence, you will flip the trapdoors up and or down. So I'd recommend going around, placing it against the spruce wood like this in one direction, and then working your way around and then place it in the opposite direction. So just like this, nice and simple, hopefully easy to do. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to make the porch look way better, and we're going to do that with 4 materials. Use either glowstone, you can use redstone lamps, or I'm trying shroomlight. Shroomlight, jungle leaves, buttons, specifically stone, and specifically stone pressure plates. Now, how does this work? Underneath the porch, essentially what you're doing is underneath the edge of the porch, underneath the outward row of spruce planks, we're going to dig out the grass and we're going to replace it with a light source. Again, my light source is going to be shroomlight. I don't actually have it on Java. I did design this using glowstone, so glowstone definitely looks good. Shroomlight might not, but I suspected it would look cool. I really like that. And the goal after that is to then place leaves in front of the light source. So whichever light source you do choose, it really doesn't matter. Whichever your favorite is, it doesn't matter. We're going to place the leaves in front, and it just gives you this really cool muffled but light effect. Like, I really like that. I think that looks really cool. Then, on top of the porch, on top of every upturned spruce wood, well, I guess it's a spruce log, right? Who cares? Whatever it is. We want to place our stone pressure plate, and then along the outsides of the spruce wood with the pressure plate on top, we simply want to place stone buttons, because it adds a nice bit of detail. The house itself isn't mega detailed, but the actual porch is. So you don't need everything to be really, really detailed. As long as some of it is, then I feel as though it carries over and it blends a little bit. What else do we want to do? Whilst we're up here, we want to create a little bit of a planter. So dead easy, grass block. We've got our spruce trapdoor already. Flowers, the azure bluette. Nice, very nice flower. Grass block, dirt block, whatever, above the window here. Trapdoors in front. Flowers in there, boom, perfect. If you want lanterns left and right of this, then you can create some planks instead of the stairs. It's not very noticeable. And then you can place lanterns either side, and it just adds to the aesthetic. As does adding lanterns off of the corners of the roof, including the porch. So if you place it above, you might want to place it below as well, and it just looks kind of nice. Lanterns in particular with spruce, with dark oaks, do seem to go together because they just seem, there's something very medieval, there's something very old-fashioned about these particular materials, and the lanterns really do just help to kind of like blend that aesthetic together. So looking really, really good now. What are we missing off the house, you might be wondering? I mean, we've got a fully functional house, right? It's looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. Well, you can add a garden to it if you like, and by garden I mean like an actual like crop growing garden. You can extend the porch on the back, so if we use some spruce logs, grass, we'll need a hoe, some seeds, stairs probably, maybe even need a shovel, maybe some other stuff too. What you can do is, extending backwards from the spruce here, you can create a big giant farm as big as you like. I mean, it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 blocks. I mean, you can make it 11. This seems excessive. This is actually kind of huge. I probably lost my mind when I was doing this, but I mean, fine, why not? We can have a giant farm here. It can even start. Maybe it can connect. I don't think I like that. I was thinking maybe it could connect here, right? So trying something different. It could connect here underneath the overhang, and then we've just got a giant farm. I mean, there's so much farmland here. And then I like the idea of it being separate, so we can have the row of spruce here. We can have some stairs here, so like you can walk straight back and the stairs take you up. If we knock out these 2 buttons here, because they're not wholly necessary, we can have the fence here, and we can have it extend back and around. And if we do it in such a way like this, perfect, so like that, and then we place the rows of grass. I'm trying to think I mean, there's a couple of different ways to do this, but I think that the way that I'm doing it now might be better. I don't know if it will look better though. So I was thinking we could have a farm in which we kind of like zigzagged around, but now I'm sort of thinking that if this has a center 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, it does have a center. We can utilize a T shape. We can keep the double path, and if we can yoink some spruce planks, no. Yes, if we can steal those spruce planks from there, if we can just clone that item there, then we can have like a T shape, and then you can quite easily get to 2 divisions of the farm, or 2 divisions of the farm, I should say, like this. We can even make the farm fancier. I don't know whether yeah, well, it should do actually. You can even decorate it in a similar way to the porch, if you wanted to. It might even Oh, no, I guess it doesn't work that way. It would work this way if you knocked a block off, but maybe we just want that patterning along the back, so like this. Or you could even do it so that it kind of like melded, like it was melding with the path a little bit, if that makes sense. Like, can you guys see what I'm doing? I'm hoping I'm not rambling like a madman, and you guys are like, well, why is he even talking about? Has he lost his mind? What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it, you know how the porch has like dividing spaces of 2. I was trying to do the same thing here as well, but realizing I couldn't do it up the side without shortening or lengthening the farm, I'm trying to like make it so that the spruce lines up with the path that we've created. But it's all completely up to you whether or not you want to do things in this way, whether you care about little tiny details like this. You don't have to go so fancy. Because that is a porch, because that is a walkway that takes you around the house, it's cool to have the shroom light. You probably don't need that for the farm, although you can add that to the farm. I might do that myself after we've just done this, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. So now we've got a big farm area. You'll even be able to see it like from the front. You'll be able to see quite a large extensive farm. We need to just place a little bit of grass here just so that we can connect this all together. We can hoe this area out. You can place some water if you want, although that seems unnecessary. No, don't do it. We were so close. No, not just one block. Oh, you're kidding me. Can we do better than that on the back? No. If it's just going to be one block again, that's so rude. Why would it be the I don't even know. Why would you do that? 2 blocks. Okay, well that's a bit more reasonable. With it just being the one, it almost just seems like a bit of a, you know, a bit of a slap in the face. But yeah, that's looking pretty good now. So honestly, ladies and gentlemen, I mean that's the house. The only thing that I would recommend doing beyond this point is grabbing this little shovel right here. And we can create a grass path rather easily from the front of the house. We can have it stick out, and we can have it curve around like this. We can create a kind of like a bend. Kind of like this. Yeah, cool. And we can create a bend, and then we can have it extend backwards to join to our farm. So people are like, oh, it's... When I say people, like... Oh, and we can also, we could even like knock this block out, say, and we could add like a little bit of jungle leaf in here, or regular leaf, just to add a little bit more green. But yeah, the reason for adding the path from the front to the back, obviously you know that that's there, but it just gives an extra pathway to explore. So it's just a cool little thing to do. And ladies and gentlemen, honestly, that is the outside of the house fully completed. Hopefully you guys have managed to make that, no problem. Very happy with how that turned out. I might experiment placing the shroom light and stuff underneath the outside part of the farm at the back, but maybe not, probably will. And I'll also decorate the inside for you, but that is the step-by-step part of this done, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move on to the next part. I'll be back in just a second once I've done all that fun stuff. So this is what your house will look like once it has been 100% fully completed, ladies and gentlemen. So I've actually made 2 changes to the outside. Number 1, I have added stone buttons underneath the front and back windows of the house. Equally so, actually, I guess this is 3 things. I did add a couple more windows. I added one on the right side there that you may have noticed, and I added another one. I thought it was on the left. I added another one on the right side there as well. But of course you can equally add loads and loads of windows wherever you like. It completely depends on the interior though. The front and back set are what I would say are the default windows, and then add more as you like. But I also added the same detailing around the farm as I did the porch, so that actually does look loads better. It does look as though that it just flows on from the porch, but I actually really like how it looks, so I can't be too mad at that. I think that looks really cool. I like the shape of it. I like the whole thing. So let's move on to the inside, shall we? We've discussed all of those changes. So for the inside, we enter via the main entrance. Downstairs, it's a bit basic. It's a brewing room. We've got a place to store our armor. We've got a little bit of storage. We've got all sorts of crafting implements, a little bit of light, a little bit of decoration. Very, very simple down here. As we head upstairs, and this is, by the way, this would be another ideal place for loads of windows because it's not actually used for anything else. We've got a little chest hidden up there. An ender chest would actually be a good spot there because you don't see it going up, but you'd see it coming down, so it'd be a nice little surprise. On the second floor, we've got a big giant enchantment library. We've got more armor, a little bit more storage, a little bit of decoration. As we head through into the final room of the house, we have all of the other missing pieces. We have all the different furnaces that we need, stone cuts, we've got the grindstone, and we've got a little bed hidden up in this little cubby hole here, which I really do think is cool. And well, that's kind of it now. And that's it. I do hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really helps me in the channel out very, very much. If you're new around here, please do consider subscribing, clicking that little bell next to the subscription button. I'll ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. And if you want to make anything else by me, check out the card system and the description below for all of my other tutorials. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.